Hi, today we're going to be looking at the differences and similarities between the V5 here on my right and the V5 Pro here on my left. Both of these robots have the same diameter and the same height. Size-wise, they are both the same. Both have the same interface on top of the robot, and both use the same size bin here. You can interchange these bins. You can put the V5's bin on the V5 Pro, and the V5 Pro you can put the bin on the V5 here. And if you look underneath these robots, you will see that it has the same layout and design here. Both of them don't have any motorized brush, and both will have a bracket here where you can attach a mop to. This is the mop of the V5 Pro, and the V5 has the same size mop, so you can use this to dry mop and vacuum at the same time. And the main difference would be that the V5 Pro has a water tank, a 300 ml water tank here. This is the water tank of the V5 Pro, and the V5 Pro has dual suction functionality. It has two suction settings, a low and a max suction. And if you look at the robot's remote here, of this part here, the V5 Pro has a max button here. The V5 does not have it. It has only directional buttons here. This means that the V5 Pro, you can, when you press this max button here, it increases suction, while the V5 only has one suction setting. Both of this, you can schedule both of these robots here. There you have the plan and the clock settings here. And let's move on now to the cleaning test. I'll be cleaning 70 grams of oats and powder that I will scatter in different parts of the room to test the differences, whether or not the V5 Pro can pick up more than the V5 because it has more suction. It will be interesting to find out if that's the case. Hi, this is the area that the robot has to clean here. I've scattered 70 grams of oats and powder on the edges and in the middle of the room, and in that part over there near the door to test the edge cleaning of this robot. I've taken off the charging station just to allow it to really roam around the room without any hindrances, because the base station uses an IR signal that blocks the robot's path in a certain radius. And now let's get started. Okay, I stopped the robot at around the 17-minute mark here. And let me show you what's left of this mess here. You'll see that it has pretty much picked up most and majority of the dirt here on the edges here, on the corners here. It passed by this area 3 or 4 times, and there are some bits and pieces of oats left here near the box here. Let me just give you a closer look here. And it was managed to pick up a lot of the powder residue on the floor. Those are the oats here, and there's one here below the tripod. And the trouble spot for this cleaning session would be this area here near the door. But I could have let the robot run for another 5 minutes and it would probably clean that area over there, but the video is taking too long. And let's see how much the robot was able to pick up. Okay, I have the robot here, and I'll open the bin. Let's see what's inside. And you can see that it's pretty filled up here. Just focus here a bit, and let's open this bin and see how filled up it is. And you'll see that a lot of the dirt went in here. You'll see over the mesh filter that there's powder here. And let's see, I'll just turn on the scale here and see how much this robot was able to pick up here. Just pour this contents here. It's able to pick up roughly around 64 grams, currently at 64. Just try to tap as much as I can out. 66. Around 66 grams. It was able to pick up roughly 66 grams out of the 70. And there are bits and pieces of oats under the tables here. Under the boxes here. There are oats that's swept under there by the side brushes, and as you can see over there near the box here, there's some oats that's left here. And considering the amount of dirt that I spread and the random cleaning pattern, it was pretty impressive, able to pick up 66 out of the 70 grams. And now let's check whether the more powerful V5 Pro can beat that number. Okay, this is the mess that the V5 Pro has to work with. I've laid a similar pattern, not exactly the same. It has the amount of oats and powder is the same, 70 grams here. I've laid several over there near the door and here on the edges here near the tripod, and a huge amount in the middle. And let's get started with the cleaning test. Okay, I stopped the robot at around the 15-minute mark, and here's what's left of the mess. Just let's start with the edge here. It was able to pick up most of the oats. I don't see any visible oats and powder on the floor. Just give you a close-up look here, and it was able to do really well here in this part here, and it was able to pick up most of the dirt in the middle portion of the room. And if there's any trouble spot, it would be this part here near the door here. You'll see that it has left powder residue over here in this area here, and that area over there at the edge. There are some oats that's left on the molding near the on the edge near the door. And let's see how much dirt I was able to pick up here. Okay, I have the robot here beside the weighing scale, and let's see the dirt bin here. And let's open this up, and you can see there's powder here on top on the door, and here near the filter here, that's where most of the powder went. And let's take up this primary filter here, and you'll see that the bin is pretty much filled up here. Let's open the weighing scale and see how much dirt I'm able to pick up. It's able to pick up around 65 grams, 66, roughly around 66 grams here. It's able to pick up 66 grams out of the 70 scattered. It's roughly the same as the V5. Based on this cleaning test, the V5 Pro was able to pick up the same amount of oats and powder at 4 or 5 minutes less time than the V5 here on my right. And it seems to be more quiet. It's less noisy than the V5 based on my ears. And overall, I like both of these vacuums. Both of them are really good for bare floor surfaces like this here. And the only trigger factor that would make me pick the V5 Pro over the V5 would be the water tank, but it's only $10 more. So I'd like to have more options with my robot vacuum, and I would go with the V5 Pro here. Has more options. It's only $10 more expensive. Again, if you have any questions, comments, leave them below. And thanks again for watching.